now we're going to get ready for our next bout here as we continue bringing you the undercard for the big bout this evening, prior to the big bout this evening. Oscar Valdez. I'm so anxious to see him in action, taking on Gil Garcia tonight. Oscar Valdez, out of Nogales, brings an undefeated record into the ring. He's a Mexican Olympian. In fact, I understand he's the only two-time Mexican Olympian. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to give us here this evening. We've seen a number of really good prospects tonight. Earlier tonight, Vanes Martirosyan won by a second-round knockout over Ryan Davis. John Carl Sosa, another Islander from Puerto Rico, part of the Juanma Lopez team, was a winner in a second-round KO over Ramon Alejandro Pena. And now we're getting ready to watch Oscar Valdez take on Gil Garcia, who is from Houston, Texas, your hometown. Raul.
Yeah, Gil Garcia, he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. He comes to fight, he's got limited skills, and he gave up-and-coming prospect from Corpus Christi, Jared Belmontes, a real good fight. He had a draw with him, as a matter of fact. But sometimes, Gil Garcia's got too much heart for his own good. That's the kind of fighter he is.
Things getting a little more dramatic in terms of the presentation of the fighters now, as you can see, as we move along during the course of this evening. I like the fact, too, that we have here in Texas a lot of Texas fighters on this card this evening.
Yes.
They all seem to bring their own contingent of fans.
Yes, they do. The great state of Texas, we are, and I'm talking on behalf of them, we got them all over, all the main cities, Dallas, Fort Worth, El Paso, San Antonio, Houston, McAllen, down south the valley. They're great fans, and they're knowledgeable. They like to come here, as you saw. They were here early, looking at the future of boxing, what Top Rank has to offer. That's the kind of fans that they are here in the great state of Texas, Rich.
And now we'll get an opportunity to see the man we've been talking quite a bit about. Will he develop into a star?
Yeah, Oscar Valdez, he's an aggressive fighter. He works good to the body, and he's willing to take risks. Sometimes he opens up a little bit more, opens up, could get careless, because of the risk that he takes, but he's an action fighter. So he needs to work on his defense, especially when he gets in there with better oppositions. He needs to be more careful as his career goes.
Part of the growing and talented Espinosa stable. Let's go to Lupe Contreras now for the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our next bout of the evening here at the American Airlines Center. Once again, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with Foreman Boys Promotions, Puerto Rico's best boxing promotions, and Tecate con Carácter. This bout scheduled for a maximum of 6 rounds in the featherweight division. The judges are Don Griffin, Jesse Reyes, and Gail Van Oy. The man in charge, referee Lawrence Cole. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters wearing red with white trim. When he stepped on the scale, his official weight was 128 pounds. After stepping into the ring 10 times at a professional level, he maintains a record consisting of 5 victories against 4 losses, 1 draw, with one of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Gil La Metralleta Garcia. Cross ring in the red corner, wearing black with green trim. His official weight, 127 1/2 pounds. In the summer of 2008 and 2012, He proudly represented his homeland of Mexico at the Beijing and London Olympic Games. And now, he enters the ring an undefeated professional with 5 victories. 4 of those victories coming by way of KO. Puro Nogales, Sonora.
All right, as these two get ready to face off against each other, and they're facing off in mid-ring right now, we take a look at the tail of the tape. And there you see Oscar Valdez, screen left, just 22 years of age. And he comes in here with the physical advantages in terms of his height and his reach. And at the age of 22 is just kind of a professional baby right now, who needs to be nurtured and brought up and developed. But we've seen so many times with top-ranked boxing, of course. I can remember seeing, Kelly Pavlik fighting deep in these undercards and down through the years, and see what he developed. And with so many of their fighters, as they are matched properly to get them experience against different kinds of styles, different kinds of fighters, and eventually get them to where they want them to be. And we will see now if Oscar Valdez, who not only is a young age but has a baby face in there tonight, to continue his undefeated record. 2-time Mexican Olympian. Lots of international experience, quite obviously.
So far, Oscar Valdez, taking his time. Garcia says no.
I know the feeling is about Valdez is that he can be moved fast.
Let's not get too excited. Let's not move him too fast. Let's give him some tests. Let's give him some, I'd like to see him some tests first before you make the jump. And, it's too late. The kid could get hurt. Put him in there with the wrong guy. He just got hit by a nice body shot there by Gil Garcia.
Gil Garcia, tough guy out of Houston, who brings a 5-4 record into the ring tonight. He's going to have to deal with that speed. When you are facing a fighter who has superior hand speed like this, Raul, and you probably faced some during the course of your career.
Absolutely.
What do you do? I mean, what's the best way to try to combat that? I mean, you can't match him punch for punch in terms of the speed.
Not at all. Gil Garcia, he's got to apply the pressure, and what I call intelligent pressure. Give him a little bit of head movement and jab his way in, not just throw single punches. If you throw single punches with a guy that has speed, like the Olympian Oscar Valdez, he's going to eat you up. He's going to counter punch from the outside. So Gil Garcia's got to apply that just smart pressure. Go inside and throw punches, jab your way in and start working the body like he did right there. Stay in, make it an inside fight. That's the only way he's going to win here, Gil Garcia, or do any kind of damage to the Olympian Valdez.
Well, let's see if he can make it an inside fight. Right now, it's staying at pretty much long range. And now Garcia answering back with 2 left hooks of his own, but partially blocked by young Oscar Valdez.
Oh, good body shot right there. Left hook to the body by Valdez.
Nice right hand as he was backing away by Valdez.
And Gil Garcia taking his best shots. So, nice power shots by Valdez. And Gil Garcia keeps coming forward. Let's see how he takes that. Let's see how he messes with it. He is young.
Good left jab right at the end of the round by Valdez.
Well, Valdez being a 2-time Olympian, he's just seen all kinds of styles, Rich. Finding an amateur 2-time Olympian, that tells you everything. He's seen it all.
Crowd growing in size, as you see, inside the American Airlines Center here in Dallas, Texas. Young Oscar Valdez, and there's Gil Garcia. who's not exactly old at the age of 26. Lawrence Cole, third man in the ring. Round 2. You know, Valdez is in the Espinosa stable,
yes,
which has been going. And good, nice left hook there by Oscar. His first real meaty punch of the fight.
And look at Gil. Garcia saying no to them power shots by Valdez. Hey, this guy's a tough guy. Like I said at the beginning, he upset up-and-coming prospect from Corpus Christi, Jerry Belmontes. I mean, gave him a draw. Actually, I was there for that fight, and I thought Gil Garcia deserved the decision.
Had a draw with, and fought Gilberto Sáenz.
I think Gil Garcia is a type of fighter that he's better than what his record shows, but he didn't have he doesn't have an amateur background, and when he gets the call to fight guys like this, take risks. It's an opportunity.
Very happy too to see Frank Espinosa become such a successful manager in boxing. I knew him when he was starting his boxing management, and brought Israel Vasquez up at the Forum in Los Angeles, California, where I was able to call a number of his fights. I can even remember him telling me about Martin Castillo before.
El Gallito Castillo.
Yes, he told me, you got to watch this kid. You got to watch. And he made up a little publicity pamphlet for me.
And became a world champion, too.
He certainly did. He was a very fine fighter. So Frank Espinosa, a very fine stable. And here's the latest ad. And you're seeing now Valdez picking up his work output here and showing a little bit in the variety of punches that he's unloading on Gil Garcia.
Yeah, definitely knows how to change up his combinations, and that's what makes you a good fighter, well-rounded fighter. Doesn't throw the same combination. Oh, wow. Yes. That was nice.
As we mentioned, not only the output, but the variety of shots, and Garcia is looking a little rocky to me. Lawrence Cole is going to let him continue. Here comes Valdez to try to apply the finisher if he can, and he's unloading everything he's got. Beautiful right by Valdez. Great combinations inside. It's all over. Called off by Lawrence Cole, and once Oscar Valdez smelled blood, he finished it.
Absolutely great finish there by Oscar Valdez. He's got that killer instinct. He's a hungry lion in there. I mean, he put him down and jumped right on top of him. Didn't give him no time to recuperate. Gil Garcia, who takes a good shot. I'm telling you, Garcia is a guy that takes big shots. And we saw what Oscar Valdez is made out of, why he's a two-time Olympian, why he signed with Top Rank, why Frank Espinosa management is signed him up. He is the future of boxing, Rich.
He looked to me like he can be a real finisher. And there you see Frank Espinosa, as we mentioned, of the Espinosa stable, the founder of it. And I thought that after the first knockdown, as Garcia was coming forward, that right hand was just a beauty, right on the spot.
Great time in there, too.
Yeah, it was just a tremendous shot. Boom, you see it there, and down went Garcia, and you could tell he was rocky and wobbly, Raul, as soon as he woke up.
Oh, yeah, look at the way he just jumped on top of him. Quick, fast combinations, and then the power shot. There goes that big right hand again, then jumps again, flurry of punches. Great win there for the young prospect, Oscar Valdez, and we're going to see a lot of him in the future, too. That's what you see here on Top Rank.
Well, he's got scorching speed, that's for sure, and he certainly has power as well. Let's go up to Lupe and get the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, a series of unanswered blows obligates referee Lawrence Cole to call a halt to this contest with an official time of 2 minutes, 32 seconds of round number 2. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, Oscar Valdez.
I tell you, this could be a kid who has it all. We'll wait to see how he evolves, of course, but He's got a big smile and a big punch and a lot of speed and a lot of ability. Let's go up to Christina Poncher and see what he has to say.
Oscar Valdez, impressive knockout win, 5-0, 5 KOs now. How good did that feel?
It feels great. You know, it's a great experience for me being here in Dallas. You know, great people, great crowd. You know, thank you. Gracias a todos por el apoyo. Viva Mexico.
You put on a great show for these fans here. Take me through the first knockout and then the eventual stoppage.
Well, at first, you know, I was just winning the ring, you know, trying to get more experience, you know, learning more, going through rounds, seeing what my opponent has. But, you know, I wasn't looking for the knockout. You know, if the knockout was going to come, I was going to let it go by its own.
All right, congratulations. Congratulations, Frank. The whole team. Good showing here in Dallas, Texas.
Thanks, Christina. Thank you, Oscar. Congratulations on your victory. And it looks to me like Espinosa Boxing has another find, Raul.
I totally agree with you. Like I said, I mean, this kid showed me a lot tonight. Again, it goes back the way they match him up. You know, they match him up with Gil Garcia, who I've seen before in many other fights. This guy gives anybody a tough fight. It's a learning experience when you fight Gil Garcia. And look what Oscar Valdez did to him tonight.
Well, very impressive. You can't argue with that record. And all we can do is watch him, watch his development. But as I mentioned, the feeling is that he can be moved fast. He's got so much international experience that they feel that he can move up the ladder very quickly and move quickly. And we'll take a look now at how it developed during the course of the fight. And it wasn't too long, but you saw from long range Oscar Valdez really taking control of the fight. Nice right hand. We mentioned that Garcia was going to have to deal with that hand speed, and as it turned out, he was unable to do it. There you see that uppercut. We mentioned he was throwing a variety of different punches, and then that scorching right hand, a smashing right that sent Garcia to the canvas. You see Garcia, he knows where he is, but as he got up, his legs just wouldn't track underneath him, and Lawrence Cole wasn't going to let it last too long, and made a very good, proper stoppage. And getting his hand raised once again was Oscar Valdez, as he has every time so far as a professional.